Thus should you be casually queried off the cuff as to the present price of gold, you're simply responding, 1850, without nary a thought ought be fairly spot on, impressively making you appear as one, in the know. But year to date, the precious metals story, albeit somewhat stealthily, is silver. For have you been watching the gold-silver ratio of late? We have, as it has its own dedicated cell on our key screen of live data. Which is why for the first time, in forever, we of a sudden sat bolt upright this past Thursday in taking notice of said ratio being sub 70x. Is it live? Or is it Memorex, i.e. on tape from nearly 4 years ago? For that was the last instance of the gold-silver ratio being below 70x, the 17th of April 2017 at 69.9x. Fast forward that tape to today and the ratio is now 68.4x. The millennium-to-date average of the gold-silver ratio is 66.2x, such that 'tis fair to say these two precious metals are well within a standard deviation of having returned to being on par with one another. For those of your caring to include a full generation prior, said average ratio is dated from 1975 as 59.7x. Either way, here's the daily graphic across these past 20 years, plus 1 month, of the gold-silver ratio with its average as having evolved throughout. Indeed, peeking back to the gold update of the 4th of April 2020, gold losing a gear as markets are losing their fear, we therein penned, the gold-silver ratio is a staggeringly high 113.5x, nearly double the millennium-to-date average. On that date, the price of silver was 14.53, today at 27.06, tis plus 86.3% since then. Gold across the same time frame is but a comparable plus 12.2%. Hence the race back to a more realistic reading. And clearly 'tis not because of any fallout in gold. Rather, 'tis due to silver finally garnering long overdue committed notice by getting much more of a bid than has gold in recent months. Even for just this brief year so far, gold is minus 2.7%, in last place by the BEGOS Market Standings, but silver in second place is plus 2.0%. Here's the table with 2021's first trading month officially in the books. Course oil plus 7.7% is the big winner thus far in 2021, clearly being cushioned by the nixing of new StateSide energy facilities, the void of which hardly shall be filled by substantive, green, sources perhaps for decades. But again, as to sweet sister silver's outlook for the balance of this year, should the gold-silver ratio of, let's say 70x, be maintained and gold touch our forecast high of 2,401, that mathematically would see silver at 34.30. Got silver? As for the present, we've got gold by its weekly bars from a year ago to date, prices churning nonetheless, keeping the relatively fresh parabolic long trend intact, its fourth blue dot appearing as shown.